Okay, I don't see stream manager, so this is interesting. Why I don't see stream manager? Because I moved here. Okay, great. So stream manager is running. Let me open my Twitch. Great. Let's start with putting the word out. Okay. Live. Let's put a bunch of emojis. Let's also notify everyone what I'm working on. And also put a repository in as well. Okay. So here it is. For everyone who joins the live stream, here is for you URL for the code base I'm working on. Working on set okay, so working on result set events processing. Okay. So let's see as well. Let's put it into some channels as well. Great. So hi everyone, the stream is live now. So what I'm gonna work today, I'm gonna work on the stuff that I've stopped working yesterday. It was related to the result set and to the result row, and result and events being received. Okay, I think I actually forgot the last one as well. When we actually have close, we also need to create an event closed as well. Does it work like that or not? Okay, it just should be event closed, or maybe I can actually write a method for it just for the sake of simplicity. Yeah, but it's already here. Oh, it's for command. Okay, that's great. So I need to create a new method. I'll call it closed. And it's gonna return back self closed. Okay, great. What it complains about? It complains about it automatically fetches result set because it doesn't. So I'm gonna work on this one. Yeah, let me put the microphone a little bit down so I don't annoy you with loud sounds. Let's take a sip of coffee. Okay, great. So I wanted to change it here as well. So I want to change to closed. And that's basically it for test case. Now it's time to implement it. So I wanted to implement this fake result set processor, and here I have just match arm that will return for me by default, let's say event closed and connection state closed as well. Or maybe I'll use a factory method here. Okay, great. So let's see. It tells me that the data is not correct because it expected a completely different result here. Okay, so we're gonna create a condition for command. So the first command that I'm interested in is gonna be command I think prepare or execute. I think query. Oh no, C-line, what you are doing? Why did you close on me? This is terrible. It was working for a couple of hours without a hitch. Okay, C-line, what's up? What's up with you, C-line? Not breathing. Okay, it's doing some indexing, but what are you indexing, C-line? Why you are indexing something? Oh, it could be possible that I have this expand macros or something like that plugin installed, and that could be actually the problem. Okay, but it's not a big of a deal. I think I can live with it. So let's continue. Okay, let's close this stuff too, and let's see. Okay, let's continue. Let's do some commands processing. So here I'm processing a command to select one as one, and then command to close the stuff, and yeah, a bunch of other things. Okay, not really much to work with. So I was trying to create a new arm here, right? So I tried to create command query itself, right? But do I care about the query? No, I just care that it's this command, and connection state is none. Now what it should return back? It should return back event result set with some columns, right? So I wanted to return something like this. Result set with this vector as a result, and connection state. Let's use closed for this purpose. Okay, then the next one is going to be the command that we should receive should be called fetch. And when we receive this fetch command, we're gonna expect that if the fetch command is returned with the status closed, it means that we're gonna receive back event result set. Oh, not result set, result row, right? And here we're gonna return back column. Oh, not even a column, but value. Value, and it was, I think, integer 1. Great. And oh, you probably hear a bunch of people driving around in the street. Just a little bit too hot here, so I decided to open up my windows. But seems like it adds a little bit of sound, right? Okay, let's see. Connection state. Which one I'm gonna return back now? I'm gonna return back known. And as the last one, I'm gonna verify that it's again passes fetch, but this time I'm gonna receive connection state none. And in case if I receive this one, I'm just gonna return back event result end and connection state again none, and the rest of the cases just should return closed connection state and the event that this connection was closed. So basically it should reproduce the behavior like this, but probably we're gonna receive a completely different result. Yeah, so what we see here as a difference that, yeah, there is missing 2 events, the result row and result end. So what we're basically gonna do, we're gonna modify it, right? So we're gonna create a bunch of stuff there, and we're gonna modify our connection instance. Oh, I can't navigate to it. Okay, funny. Oh yeah, because it's a pinned collection, so I can't really access a lot of its methods because it's behind an expanded macros. Okay, and what should happen here? Basically what I was planning to do here is create some special use case. If let event how do I do a pattern match here? Or basically I just can do a regular match event, and here I think I'm just gonna do something like that. And in case if an event matches something, and by default we're just gonna do this operation, and that's it. Let's see if it compiles. Okay, it compiles. That's a good sign, so I'm on the right track. And when event is going to be result set, then we use this set this current future. Oh boy, yeah, I need to use here this kind of a thing because I don't want to modify a state unless we finish processing all the events. So this is gonna be it. And here I'm just gonna use this specific copy paste from this arm. Okay. So we'll take this command processor and we're gonna pass here command fetch, and we are not gonna use memory take here. We're just gonna pass the states that we already have, and yeah, we just set a current feature like that. And I think that's basically what should be it. And I think I can also use a matching like that if it's result row as well. Okay, great. What's the problem here? What? I just want to ignore it. Oh, okay. Oh, value. Oh, columns. Is it reference? Yeah, it's reference for both of them. Yeah. So I would have to actually do a copy paste. Not something that I really want to do. Let's say let's create a new block called retry fetch. And what it's gonna receive is an argument. It's gonna receive state, and it's gonna receive, yeah, nothing else. That's basically it. State, and state is gonna be a connection state, right? So then I can just specify something like that. And that should be it. Or result row, right? Does it compile? No, it doesn't compile, and it's great because I know, yeah, the lifetime mismatch is not properly set. Okay, let's see. I have here some lifetime mismatch, so the mismatch of a lifetime sounds quite great, right? So let's see. Does it work? Not really, because I probably need to specify the same lifetime as specified over there. Right? Right. Yeah, so I need to specify it here like that. And yeah, still nothing is so easy. Cannot borrow is mutable. Yeah. So I have to specify something like that, right? Interesting. Does it work now? Yay, it works! It works, the test passes. And that's great news, because it means that I didn't spend too much time on it to fix it. It's maybe not the most elegant fix, but it works. You know, like we have this result row being validated and result set being validated. And then it just requests for more fetches and so on. So it should be fine. Right? So let's check who is in the stream. Okay, so there's 2 visitors in chat. Hi there, how are you doing? Let's see. Okay, let me quickly answer some question. Okay. So, answer the question. Quick question from my customer. So, let's continue. So we stopped on making this one working, and now we actually need to go on and work on MySQL itself, on a MySQL processor, so the real future from which we actually execute a bunch of queries. So let's see where we finished last time here. Let's run all the tests in MySQL, and what it tells us that there is some error still happening in one of the tests. Yeah, because with the result. Okay, because I didn't actually finish anything in this test. It executes prepare statement with a result, and I basically didn't write any test case for that. So let's do that. And what kind of command it execute? Yeah, just command execute. Okay, that's great. Let's work on it. So we have a header event being received, and then I'm gonna specify also a row event, and again I'm gonna receive a state here, and I'm gonna process a command called fetch, and probably I want to specify here in this command factories, I want to create this fetch command. Oh no, don't hang, please, don't hang on me. Sea Lion, what's up with you? Is it just cline or it's everything? Is everything? Oh no. Dear streamers, stream is gonna be restored. Hi there. Sorry, seems like my PC just froze up. I don't know what happened, but something weird happening recently, so sorry for that. Let's see if all the windows are working right now. Okay, and the chat pop out works as well. Okay, great. Let's continue. Let's open it up MySQL again. Probably I have to disable this Rust macros expansion. Let's see if there's any viable settings. Rust macros. Anyway, because it's not working. Okay, Rust. Is there any configuration page for it? Rust. Inject Rust language into documentation comments. Expand declarative macros. Okay, that's clear. So here are some settings. Let's use an old engine. I don't want to use a new one. Apply. Okay. Does it work now? Oh, great. So everything seems working and back to normal. Let's see if I can run a test. Oh yeah, the tests are failing because I need to start my Docker machine. Right, so I need to make sure that my MySQL server running to which my Rust application tries to connect. Okay, let's run tests again. And now only one test is failing, the one is actually which I was working on. So, and actually the file is not saved. Oh, what a terrible thing. What's up, JetBrains? Why your editor is so terrible? Fetch. Yeah, I actually was working, I think, on command fetch. Yeah, I think I was working on command fetch factory. Okay, it should be great. And here I'm gonna create a role event, and I'm gonna specify that I'm gonna execute the fetch command for it. Great. And that's it. And then I also gonna execute another one, and I'm gonna call it end event. So the end of our result set. And state. Or basically in the end event, I don't care about the state because I'm not testing it. And then command let's see, again fetch, right? Do I need to maybe modify it a little bit? Don't I? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Maybe I can move it into a function or something like that. So I'm gonna fetch stuff out of it until it finishes. Right? Let's do that. Async fan fetch statement, and here we're gonna specify statement ID params and state, so basically the same as execute statement, but result is going to be something different. Result that I'm going to receive is actually going to be a vector of events and connection state with anonymous lifetime. That should be enough. Okay. Move it on another line. Great. Now, what I'm basically gonna do, I'm gonna start with this one. So it should be the header event. So let's start with mutable vector called events. It's going to be an empty vector, and here we're gonna use let header event and state so what it should do, so header event state, oh yeah, I wanted to process the command itself, right? So I'm gonna execute the command here. I'm gonna specify params. I'm gonna specify state. I'm gonna wait on it, right? And then I'm gonna call it event, and I'm gonna run a loop here. So this is gonna be an endless loop unless we break out of it. And or maybe do something different. No, loop is fine. And then we're gonna do here process command. And command is gonna be fetch or not. Yeah, I think we're gonna go and do match. We're gonna match an event, and event is gonna be if event is, yeah, let's do a reference. Match for the event. And here in the end we're gonna use events, and we're gonna append an event to events. And what's the problem? Unknown found an event. Okay. Basically I just want to return back events in the end. Oh yeah. Oh, it should be events and state, right? And here we need to specify that event and state equals to this one, and here we specify state as an argument, right? Okay, great. Does it complain about something? It complains about the event. Why? What? Okay. Why it complains? Does it compile still? No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, definitely yes. Wait. Or result set, right? So both of this, result set, result row, should result in us, or basically event error. So in case of an error, right, in this case we're actually gonna return early, and we're gonna return vector of event clone. No, can I use clone here? Not really. Okay. So do I really use a loop like that? Or maybe I can create some kind of a helper method here. I think about connection state. So here we have a connection state, and here we can create a method. Here we can create a function method is has result. And what it will do, it will return us Boolean value, and as an argument it's going to receive a reference of self, and it's basically gonna be a simple match statement. And if it's text result, self text result, do we care now? Then it's true. Then if it's self binary result, do we care what's inside? Not really. Okay, it's also gonna return true. Do we care about anything else? Yeah, anything else should return basically false. So this has result should be also pub super. So, or basically no, it should be just within our library, so we should be able only to use it internally, not outside of our create. Okay, then it's create here, and then here we're gonna use a check that while state has result, we're gonna append events to event loop, right? And what's the problem? Use of moved value. Oh yeah, very nice of you. And where the value gets moved? What the heck? Why it's not working? Oh yeah, actually wanted to use here fetch statement. Okay. Oh no, I removed everything. No, 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 no. Not this time. Fetch statement. And statement ID goes first, then goes bunch of other stuff, and then goes state. Oh, I know what's the problem with state. Now I see where I made a mistake. Okay, I only needed to move outside of this scope, so it should be events, and yeah, that's basically it. This is a wall fetch statement. And what I actually need to do, because here this variable is actually immutable, I don't have a possibility to mutate it, so either I need to return a new one or reassign it. But here something actually happens. Let's call it new state. Why not? New state is a nice thing. New state and a new state, and still not. And here the new state is a new state. No. Why? Why it happens? Where do I move it? Okay, let's see. Okay. Remove the borrow. Okay, expected mutable reference found enum. Not really, right? So compiler actually complains about completely different thing. Okay, so it tells me that parentheses are completely redundant here, while new state has a result. Okay, so the only compile error I have is about an event being not an event. Okay. Ah, because append it's not. I should use push. Push is the right method here. So I should do something like that. This is pity. So I can do it easier. Okay, what value borrowed here after move? Oh, okay. This is funny. Okay. Let's set let mutable continue fetch. Let's say true. Great. And here we'll specify conditions that it's going to continue fetching stuff while continue fetch, and okay, the state is state, right? So here okay, I cannot even clone the value, so this is a little bit of a bummer. Let's run a check. Not found in the scope, so true, because the state is not anymore there. Because it should be state, and it should be state here. Well, moved here. Okay, so the biggest problem probably is here, that I actually return back a connection state. So basically If I don't return connection state, it probably works much more better. So let's see if it's gonna compile. Value moved here in previous iteration of the loop. Oh yeah. So let's see if it's gonna work. No, it doesn't work. No way. What do I do? Okay. Well, you moved here after previous modifications. Yeah, it's kind of pity, right? So I cannot do anything here, and just a moment, just a quick pause, just a moment. Wait guys.